Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm great, Hugh. How are you?
Good.
Congratulations on such a thrilling and wonderful mystery show. It's really a juggernaut. It's taking over audiences.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a dream come true.
Your association with Jeremy Renner and Taylor goes back a while, doesn't it?
It really does. We were two broke actors in Los Angeles 10, 15 years ago, and Taylor was my acting coach. And I would have to some days decide if I was going to, buy a 99-cent hamburger or pay him. And he was just encouraging, we had this first script 10 years ago, and it's just all perseverance. I'm happy to be here.
I think with the audience that you have, I mean, that's developed through Wind River and these wonderful shows that Taylor's been a part of. But your acting is also you're a terrific actor, and my question is, because you're a musician, do you find rhythms and cadences in the roles that you take on?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's all of it for me. I moved into acting later in life. I'd been a musician, my whole life. And really, it's like I was in Buffalo. It's a long, stupid story, but I was in Buffalo. We were playing a gig, and we could still smoke in bars then. And the producers from Down to the Bone, this movie that got to Sundance with Vera Farmiga, came to watch me play, and they wanted me to be in this movie. And then I had met Vera, and Vera was just, just a generous, decent human being. And she just said, you could clean up your act and move to LA, and you could have a career acting, because, I didn't want to audition or so that's why they had to come to Buffalo. And it was after a show. And I just got into it. It was an independent film, and it just was everything I was interested in. And that's got me to LA. And I had borrowed a friend's car, a Crown Vic at the time, and I had no money. I had a credit card, and Vera set me up with her management. And I met Taylor, and Taylor's just like, dude, you can do this. You're already a musician. You're already on stage. And I was like 40 at the time. And then we just started dreaming, and, he would ask me, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I'd love to make a movie or a show. And I'm from this town that has all these pens. And my hockey coaches were two cops who had guns on their ankles, and they'd leave them in the dressing room. And Taylor was from Texas, and he is like a musician. He's got a great ear. He's got a great ear for music. He's got a great ear for BS. And he just wants to know the truth and why things work.
The writing, producing, directing, and all of that, do you enjoy wearing those hats as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten, I just had gotten to a point in my life where I just want to do what I want to do, and and that's the problem of being running my own band for so long, because that is like a microcosm. You're dealing with your own world, and you're telling your own stories, and so I had just gotten to the point where and this is 10 years ago, like I saw the scripts and I knew we had it. And then it's all I wanted to do. So I just could weather the storm of a decade, and here we are. And then, I met Renner on Wind River, and that guy is just such a committed, he's just a force of nature himself, but he just found another gear with this show and this character, and watching the level of commitment over 6 months. And this is a relentless show, and we shot it, and the conditions weren't the greatest. It was hotter than hell, and in some kind of nasty locations, and long hours. And he was just a gentleman, and just an incredible talent. It was just eye-opening to me on many levels. And so is Diane Wiest. And here we are.
You've got a stellar cast in this. As we wind down our interview, it's very short this morning. What do you think audiences who haven't experienced Mayor of Kingstown are going to pull from the show once they watch it?
It's hard to look away, because really this is like a a 10-hour movie just cut into pieces, and it is that kind of filmmaking that you know, has throwbacks to those authentic films we watched in the 70s, and there's just something about it. There's something magical. We have a great cinematographer, Ben Richardson, who's up for an Emmy, and the performances, sometimes you catch lightning in a bottle. And Taylor has, you know, he's just uncompromising, and it is that vision that I think helps this be such a you know, there's something to it. I can't even describe it, but when all the pieces come together, and I know the story and I read the scripts and it's been with me for a decade, but when you see the finished product and the performances and all of the pieces, and that is a testament to Taylor Sheridan. He just, you know, he has great technicians. He's got great crews. He's got a guy that I love working with, named Michael Friedman, who's an executive producer on all of this stuff. And it's just, you know what he does? He puts together great teams. And that alone is a talent that nobody ever discusses.
Hugh, it's a pleasure to meet you and talk with you. We want you back here in Utah sometime. You know, I know that you've been out here a few times.
I love Utah.
And
shot Wind River there, shot Yellowstone there. I love it.
So listen, congratulations on Mayor of Kingstown. It's a great show, and we'll be talking soon, I hope.
Hell yes. Thank you.